I'm Chris Fox, and this is The Bourbonite. So it was in the news this week, actually it just happened yesterday, that the Barton 1792 distillery had a rickhouse collapse. Now, to anybody that's a big fan of bourbon or whiskey in general, I guess you could call it a sad day. When, for unknown reasons, a warehouse essentially of 20,000 barrels of slowly aging delicious bourbon just collapses upon itself and, obviously makes for a little bit of spillage. Now, in the area, they're talking about rivers being contaminated and groundwater and things like that. There isn't a huge concern. They're taking care of things. The distillery had people on site pretty quickly. But then at that point, it's to kind of mourn the spilled liquor. Not be one to cry over spilled whiskey because, come on, let's be real. If you're drunk enough to spill it, you're having a good time. There is a silver lining, or there could be a silver lining to this. The Barton 1792 distillery has the opportunity, I think, and I'm sure we'll see it happen. When you have a rickhouse like that, I mean, when something goes wrong like this, you need to embrace it. I really hope that, and I don't even know what rickhouse. I mean, just let's say it's rickhouse number 194, just for we have a number to assign to it. How cool would it be to get a bottle of whiskey that is one of those fallen barrels? This is the Rickhouse 194, the spilled bourbon bottle or something like that. I would buy it, and I'm sure a number of other people would. Who knows what it might do to the flavor? I mean, the fact that stuff just all of a sudden got dropped a couple stories and survived. I mean, maybe you call it hard-ass whiskey. I don't know. I mean, there's a number of different things you could do with that marketing-wise. What is cool about this is it really, like so many different weird things in the world of bourbon, it could create something new. Now, I don't think anybody's going to try to imitate that and say, oops, we just dropped a barrel 3 stories or whatever it is and hope it survives, and if it doesn't, they bottle it up. But if they take an accident and trying to turn it into something positive, it might be really interesting to see what happens. Collectability's sake, I would be interested in picking up a bottle of something that just happened to fall out of a rickhouse and be badass enough to survive as a barrel. There's 53 gallons in every barrel, and there's a lot of barrels to go around there. I'm sure some of them broke open, but I'm sure there's a few left. The good news is that no one was hurt. The distillery has been able to contain everything, and everything's buttoned up a little bit now, and they've got environmentalist people on site to make sure that things don't go further awry. And I guess at that point, then it'll just be a waiting game to see what they manage to do with it. So that's it. If you like what you've seen, hit that subscribe button, give me a thumbs up, and here's to, I guess, some badass whiskey that hopefully we'll get to see on the market soon. That a distillery in Kentucky.
Kentucky? Oh, we're cutting you off.
Oh.
You're done now.